Welcome to the Gatorade football program featuring Ronaldinho. Gatorade has teamed up with Ronaldinho, arguably the most skillful player on the planet, to help young players and their coaches become outstanding football players. Today we will work with Ronaldinho on 4 key skills: passing, dribbling, control and shooting. Ronaldinho will give you exclusive tips on how you can develop some of his signature skills, the moves that have made him one of the best players ever to have played the game. And we'll talk about eating and drinking the right foods and beverages to help you play your best. But first, let's introduce the players who will work with us today and hear from the man himself.
Bueno, este programa de habilidad es un programa donde no son las cosas que más se utilizan dentro de un partido de fútbol. Entonces, procuré explicar un poco de las cosas que se pasan y las cosas que para mí son las cosas correctas que se debe hacer dentro del fútbol. Bueno, pienso que dentro de ese programa se puede tirar muchas cosas de provechoso porque no son básicamente lo que pasa durante los partidos, entonces procuré explicar las cosas como realmente son. Bueno, procuro utilizar todas estas cosas que expliqué durante los partidos, tanto el drible, cabeceo, control, buen pase, entonces procuro utilizar todo esto de una forma más simple, más sencilla, porque durante un partido pienso que de esta forma que las cosas salen bien.
Before training begins, it's important to prepare your body so you can play well. This includes eating a healthy meal or snack before you play and drinking enough fluids like Gatorade so you won't get dehydrated. Staying hydrated is the easiest and most important way for active people like you to ensure peak performance.
Sin duda, importante hidratarse bien antes, el medio, final de un partido, entonces yo siempre tomo Gatorade porque es una cosa que me hace hidratar muy bien.
Let's begin our warm-up on the field with some light ball work. Each player should gently dribble or kick their own ball and slowly jog around the field. This will help loosen your muscles and get your heart rate up. Now that we're warmed up, Ronaldinho is ready to teach us about passing. For this drill, players will work together in pairs with a single ball. Start by standing about 10 meters apart from your partner. Pass the ball back and forth to each other. It doesn't matter if you use your left foot or your right foot, or which part. What is important is to use one touch to control the ball and one to pass it back. After you've completed this, you can focus on developing technique. For example, try controlling the ball with one foot. Use one touch to move it across your body before returning the pass with the other foot. Or you can try controlling and passing the ball with the same foot. Use the outside of your foot to pass the ball back. This can improve your footwork and your balance.
Que para pasar bien el balón es fundamental no mirar todo que tiene acerca, tener una visión amplia del juego, entonces después de controlar bien el balón, tener la posibilidad de mirar todo el juego y ahí tener condición de hacer un buen pase.
In the next drill, we'll introduce a bit of competition. While this puts the passer under a little pressure, it's designed to help you learn and to have fun. After playing the ball across a 15-metre square, the passer becomes a defender and attempts to intercept the ball from 3 other players who must continue to pass the ball around the square using a maximum of 2 touches. The drill runs for 1 minute before rotating the defending player. There are 3 keys to effective passing. 1. Rely on quick decision-making. 2. Be aware of those around you. And 3. Strike the ball with the correct part of the foot with sufficient weight and accuracy. This drill helps you develop these attributes in a game-like situation.
No, pienso que no tener la facilidad de poder utilizar los 2 pies es fundamental porque hace con que el jugador se quede más rápido y que pueda participar más del partido y hacer con que las jugadas salgan con más velocidad.
Once you're familiar with the 3 versus 1 scenario, a small game with a team of 4 players challenging 2 can be introduced. Each game lasts for 5 minutes. The defenders receive 1 point for every time they intercept the ball. Just as with the previous drill, the attacking team, the team with the ball, outnumbers the defence since we're developing effective passing skills. Hydration tip from Gatorade. Know the ABCs of preventing dehydration. A. Always drink the right amount before, during and after activity. B. Bring the right fluids. A sports drink like Gatorade hydrates best. C. Consider fluids as part of the essential safety equipment for football and for all sports. One of the skills Ronaldinho is probably best known for is his dribbling. Few players in world football have the speed, fluid motion and ball control as Ronaldinho. Coupled with his signature moves, his runs at opposing players can be devastating for defenders and incredible to watch. In this next drill, Ronaldinho introduces 2 such moves. When combined with effective dribbling technique, they can leave defenders floundering in your wake.
Bueno, el drible que más utilizo casi siempre es no pasar el pie por arriba del balón y salir para otro lado. Entonces, el que más me da resultados durante los partidos es siempre procurar pasar un pie por encima del balón y salir para otro lado. O si no, el otro que me gusta también es la elástica. Entonces, son los 2 dribles que más resultados me dan, que más engañan a los adversarios.
To work on these moves, 3 players stand at opposing ends of a 15-metre square. Place 2 cones 2 paces apart in the centre. Simultaneously, 1 player from each side of the square dribbles towards the nearest cone. As you approach the cone, try your new move. Pretend you're trying to beat a defender. Then accelerate quickly, keeping the ball in control and close to your feet. When you get to the other side of the square, join the end of the line. The key to dribbling past a player is to have a steady approach and keep the ball in touching distance. Be ready to accelerate at any time. Only your body or the ball will make your opponent move. Also, keep your head up. You must know where the players around you are located. Now watch Ronaldinho demonstrate his 2 signature moves, the Elastica and the El Ragat. See if you can integrate these into your dribble.
Para mí, el dribbling depende mucho del momento, entonces procuro hacer el dribbling más eficaz posible, ¿no? Siempre buscando no tener una posibilidad de continuación a la jugada, entonces dependiendo del momento siempre procurando ya mirar la portería.
Now you've mastered a couple of Ronaldinho's signature moves, it's again time to add a more competitive element to see if you can take what you've learned and perform under pressure. For this drill, divide up into 2 groups of 3 players. Each group should line up on opposite sides of the 15-metre square. The first player passes the ball across the square. He or she then becomes the defender. The attacking player attempts to dribble the ball past the defender into one of 2 goals at the far end of the square. This is a great time to integrate some of the moves we've talked about today. hydration tip from Gatorade. Did you know, as little as 1 to 2% dehydration can impact your performance? Drinking Gatorade helps you replace the electrolytes and carbohydrates you use when you sweat, something water can't do. Electrolytes like sodium and potassium are essential for helping your body function properly. Your sweat is more than just water. It contains electrolytes like sodium and potassium too. Carbohydrates play an important role in fueling working muscles and can aid in your athletic performance when it really counts.
Control del balón se puede utilizar tanto con el pie, con el pecho, con la rodilla, entonces puede utilizar cualquier parte del cuerpo con la cabeza, entonces es importante hacer con que el balón se quede más cerca del cuerpo y de preferencia ya poner el balón al suelo donde tenga condición de hacer un buen pase.
To start working on your control and get a feel for the ball, simply juggle with your teammates. This can be practiced in a 10-meter square or even when you're playing at home with your friends. Get your feet moving and be aware of those around you. Once you have a feel for the ball, find a partner for this next exercise. Your partner will begin by throwing you the ball at different heights to control and pass back to them. As you do this, move along a 20-meter square. When you get to the end, switch places with your partner so you both have a turn throwing and controlling. The key to this drill is to stay on your toes and get in line with the ball so you can receive it in the correct body position. Remember to relax your body to cushion the ball when it hits, allowing you to control it and pass it back the first time with accuracy.
Pienso que lo más importante es, mismo antes de controlar un balón, tener la concentración para controlarla bien y después de tener el balón bien controlado, ahí pensar en hacer la próxima cosa que es el pase o el dribbling. Entonces pienso que el primero lo que tiene que hacer es procurar controlar bien el balón para después pasar a la fase siguiente.
In our next drill, Ronaldinho demonstrates his famous El Barret signature skill. As you can see, 4 players stand on each corner of a 10-meter square. One player feeds the ball into another player who is standing in the center. The idea of El Barret is that you juggle the ball and at the same time turn before sending an accurate pass to another player standing on one of the corners. After 10 attempts, rotate the player in the middle. Stay focused, even if a skill is hard. Keep going. You will improve with practice. The last skill area we'll look at is shooting, both striking at the goal with your foot and using your head.
Bueno, para cabecear bien, pienso que lo importante es tener los ojos abiertos y bueno, una buena colocación de cuerpo para que no pueda saltar bien y coger el balón más alto posible. Y bueno, al contrario de esperar el balón, si va de encontrar el balón, la posibilidad de hacer goles es mucho más grande. Entonces pienso que las cosas más importantes para cabecear bien son estas.
In this heading exercise, one player serves the ball up for others to head at the goal. What you want to do is to pick up the flight of the ball early so you can head through it. Keep your eyes open and on it at all times. For maximum power and accuracy, your forehead should make contact with the ball, not the top of your head. Use your neck and shoulders to direct the ball. Aim for the corners of the goal where the keeper will struggle to reach.
Para hacer goles de cabeza, el principal es tener los ojos abiertos, ¿no? Para tener conciencia de dónde quiere poner el balón y después tener todo, ¿no? Una movimentación de acuerdo a cómo viene el balón, poner el cuerpo bien para que el balón salga fuerte. Entonces pienso que estas son las cosas básicas para poder hacer un gol de cabeza.
Let's stay in the goal area to work on striking at the goal. This time you can use either foot to practice power and accuracy.
Lo que siempre procuro yo es dar un drible y a dejar el balón con posibilidad de golpear a la portería. Entonces es lo que intento hacer es una finta de cuerpo muy rápido y a dejar el balón en muy buena condición de golpear a la portería.